So, welcome to 2016 on Will I Like It Reviews. This is our first WILI interview of the year, and perhaps the most requested interview, the most requested status interview of the year. We have an extremely talented YouTuber who just cannot take going to the store and just show you a store. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have David Durant of Durant Cinema. Dave, say hello.
What is going on, everyone, ladies and gentlemen? First, CP, thank you for having me on here.
Oh, it's my pleasure.
Beautiful. That was beautiful. I love that opening. That's how you do it right there. Awesome. No, really, thank you for having me. We're supposed to have this planned a while and everything, busy schedules, but here we are. This is it. Right here, baby. Right here, the interview.
It's freaking awesome, as you would put it.
That's right. It's great. I love it.
Yes. No, thank you. Thank you so much for being here.
No problem.
I absolutely mean it when I say you could be, if not the most creative out and abouter. I mean, that's kind of goes without saying. At the very least, you're the most creative out and abouter.
I love the out and abouts. It's something about them. It's always dangerous to go up there. You have no idea. You have no idea what to expect. It's like people come around the corner. It's scary. You don't know who's gonna be shopping, looking at you funny. Like, it's so intense. And I don't know. I like to make a movie out of it. Like a short movie. I don't know. I like to have a lot of fun. Of course, it can also be exhausting at the same time as well.
I could only imagine.
Yeah, because I go out there, I'm like, okay, I need the shot, people. Like, back off.
Like, hold that thought. We'll get to that in a second. I'm going to ask you a little bit further.
All right. I'll slow down.
I'd like to touch that a little bit more extensively. What got you into YouTube in general? Like, what made you think, hey, let me do my own thing here?
Wow. All right. What got me into YouTube would actually be one of the biggest YouTubers, and that is John Flickinger, the Flick Pick.
Mm-hmm.
I would watch, I was a big fan, from the beginning, and then all of a sudden I would just watch his, Blu-ray trips, and that caught me because I'm like, he's doing all this weird stuff. He's going on the stores, being brave, doing all that stuff, and I'm like, I kind of want to do that. And I have some ideas in my head. And at first I was nervous because I was like, well, I have to be on camera and people are going to watch me, be like, who is this guy? It's so weird. And I've never done that thing before, like, ever. And so I was just like, screw it. I'm going to try it. Because I was doing movie reviews back then, like on a website. So I was like, I'll try that at first. I try to do it, but I was like, I don't know. No one really likes to read. Like, if you have the choice of reading a book or watching a movie, people are gonna watch a movie, So I was just like, I feel like I'm kind of wasting my time here. And I was trying to balance both, and I was just like, screw it, I'm gonna do videos. I'm just gonna attempt it, And at first, like, every time before I hit that record button, I would get so nervous. For the longest time, I would be so nervous. I'd be like, and it's so bad. And that's how you always start off, because you're not comfortable with it. You're looking at a freaking camera. It's not talking back to you. And that's what makes it so difficult, because it's just staring right at you. And sometimes when you're talking, you're like, and then you just focus. It's like, oh my God, I'm talking to a camera. And you have to see my lens.
Red dot just blinking.
Yes, exactly.
Just keep going, shithead.
So I'm just like, oh, God damn it. But after a while, as you keep going, you get used to it. And, you get better and you grow more. And it's fabulous. And I'm glad I joined this community, because this is all I think about, really, in my life. This is a huge part of my life now. Because every time I'm at work, or at home, like, I think of all these ideas for my next video. Like, it's ridiculous how much time it takes up, but I love it though, because usually I'll just be sitting on my ass, scratching myself, and that doesn't go anywhere, but it's awesome. Yeah,
No,
I love it.
I think all of us benefit when you're thinking about something, because I mean, like I said, I mean, how many people, how many times can you see the inside of a Target? Like, the things that you're doing are just,
Yeah,
it looks like regular old, an out and abouter, but it's not.
yeah.
The things you put in your videos, man, it's just Target. No, it's not.
Yeah.
Keep watching.
And I think that has to do with the way before with like, because I went into graphic design and all the visual arts. So I always try to be out of the box, you know? You always want to do something different, even with drawing, how you set it up. I've always been like that visually. I always try to picture things kind of differently. And that's no different with this, with videos. I try to do something a little different, a little creative. And I don't know, that's how I've always been. I like to put things together and form it into a whole. I don't know. I'm trying to be Shakespearean right now. Is it working?
No, it's good. No, listen, it's stuff. Already we have a flood. Tim from the Late Reviews, snooze with a bunch of O's and then a purple heart.
We don't need that. Mute them, all right?
And we have mute him. I can't mute the chat.
Oh,
I
yeah,
could probably
right.
boot him.
We'll disable.
Dennis from the blue corner. Wait, what? I came here for the Blu-ray Evan roast, and instead I get this. Come on, that's later. We're here. We're
oh man, yeah. Come on,
DURANT CINEMA
come
here.
on. What's going on? We're getting off topic here.
Right.
Jesus.
Again, Tim,
What's
Dave, your Whiplash intro is my favorite.
Wow. Well, thank you, Tim.
Yeah. I listen. There's no beating the Jurassic World Blu-ray hunt as far as I'm concerned. There's nothing better. Nothing better.
Yeah. Than the Jurassic World? That's your favorite one?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Sure.
Oh yeah.
The dinosaur in Target, and then spoiler, he followed you home.
I love the fact that you went into the store and you're like, have you seen a stormtrooper anywhere? Like, to that woman? I'm like, I couldn't have the balls to do that.
Yeah, like this is why I really want to get us together, because what you don't think, like you digging into an aisle and throwing the camera up on the aisle to do a coverage shot, to me is ballsy. I'll just talk to anybody, because fuck, they're gonna look at you like, what's wrong with you?
Because like I see people and they're recording and people are walking by. At that point, I would have my camera down. Like it doesn't matter. But other people, such as yourself, like you just keep going. And I'm like, I'm still trying to do that,
No, dude, the one thing, if I learned anything from doing stand-up in front of an audience, is they don't want conflict. If you're confronted and you're off and you're not prepared, you don't want to talk. So if you initiate, they're already on their heels and they're already unprepared for it. So if you initiate with someone who doesn't expect anything, they're either just gonna shrill up and not say anything.
That's true. That's a good point.
If you initiate, it's all yours. It just you just have to go for broke. You can't be like
yeah. Just imagine if that happened.
Stormtroopers.
Yeah. That actually wouldn't sound good if someone caught you with the camera making those noises.
Can I talk to you for a second? Yeah, but no, it's you're halfway there. I mean, the stuff that you're doing.
That's true. Exactly. Well, because like, and another thing is that I shop at that Target all the time. So I'm like, if people see me doing all this shit, they're gonna be like, "That's the guy with the fucking camera again, right?" And then yeah, it is. That's the weirdo. Oh yeah. I know.
They must watch you on like the security cam. Like, look at this guy. What is he doing?
I never think of that, but I'm sure that happens. Like,
oh look, he's hiding behind the toaster this time. When you hide in the clothes, that's when I lose it, because that's.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
that's my safest spot, actually.
The problem is, like, you don't know if somebody else is coming. Like, you're completely blind to the outside door.
The only awkward moment that I had was just filming myself, and I'm ducking, and I'm just looking through the Blu-rays, and this lady just comes right around the corner. But that's it, though. I got kind of lucky a couple of times, because like I said, I'll have my phone sitting somewhere, so it's like if someone walks by, I'm just like, I'm just casually watching, you know, picking out Blu-rays. Nothing here, nothing to see here.
Don't mind the phone that's on and recording in the corner there.
Recording you. Yeah, I tried the woman's bathroom once, but it didn't work out.
That's good stuff.
Yeah,
that's really good stuff.
No, I mess around, but
do you have any education in film? If not, what methods did you use to teach yourself, like the CG effects and stuff and all that green screen stuff?
Actually, a long time ago, before YouTube, my brother, he had a camera, he bought one, and he would just like film himself and stuff like that, like, you know, just daily activities. And then we actually made short films a long time ago when I was like probably 18 years old. And I'm sure people 18 now on here, like, really?
Yeah, but, there's people watching that are 15, like 18.
Exactly. What the? I know. Good. And yeah, we would make movies all the time. I actually have them on my disc, and I would direct a couple. You know, I have some ideas. So it did start a while back, but then something went wrong with the camera, kind of broke, and that was the end of it, pretty much. With the CGI, I actually just learned that a year ago or so. I had no idea, because I'm like, how do people get this on their TV, like on their videos? I'm like, that's really cool. I want that. Mm-hmm. And then for some reason, I totally forget how I did it. I just went on YouTube, and like just a green screen was, you know, and then I learned how to do that, and I just plucked these green, you know, CGI.
Completely
YouTube.
Self-taught.
Yeah, pretty much.
Wow.
Well, because with editing, my brother actually he got me into that. Like, he showed me the basic stuff. So, you know, when I first started, I already knew how to do stuff. But as time went along, of course, I learned, you know, how to do effects, how to do, you know, lighting, you know, cutting, everything, pretty much. Not everything, because there's still stuff like I need to learn that other people do. I'm like, how the hell do they do that? I'm still always scratching my head. But sometimes I'm just too lazy to to look it up. But
when you say lazy, I can't imagine what lazy is for you, because, like, seriously.
Yeah, but no, this other stuff, I'm just like, wow, that was really good. Like, how do they do that? You know?
Yeah, yeah. See, to the people that thought I was harshly criticizing Blu-ray Evan, let me get this clear right now. To separate something, Blu-ray Evan, the lengths you take in commenting on videos, you should use to what David just talked about. He checked, he wanted to do something, he looked it up and tried it. Just take that, you have that initiative with all the comments that you put. Take that same initiative and move it somewhere. And like that's basically what I was saying. In case he's watching, or I got a little flack for an interesting comparison.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I compared you to him, and it wasn't.
It's all good.
Let's just say it was night and day, and people didn't think I was too nice for saying that, but you know, whatever. Well, yeah, dude, like you're. I'll say this over and over again. You are an absolute model citizen for. I'll keep saying this. Out and abouters, out and abouts. How many times can you show a store? I'm in Walmart. Here's the aisle. Here, I'm buying this. I'm buying this. You know, after 2-3 times, we know what a fucking Walmart looks like. I don't
know. There's some people who avoid Walmart.
Yeah.
But...
I mean, everybody has their thing, but what you're doing is just, God damn it! It rewards people for coming back, because it's, oh, what's he going to do this time? Last time it was a dinosaur. Now let's see what it's going to be this time.
Yeah, and that's why I kind of wanted to like be like a show, you know, like
absolutely.
Because I do see people's videos and they're like, oh, okay, I'm going in, and then it shows them just like 2 seconds later go out. I'm like, the best part is inside the store. That's why it's like the risky part is just filming inside there, like with tons of people. And I don't know, that's why I enjoy the most about watching Out and Abouts. You know, I love that. It's just like, just seeing people walk in the background, spotting how many people looking at the guy holding with the camera. Mm-hmm. Like, oh my God, what the fuck is going on? Like, I don't know. I don't think people are ever going to get used to that, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
It's so
yeah.
funny because I've never actually encountered anyone doing that. Have you before? See someone talking to a camera outside?
No, no, no.
It's weird.
In New York City,
Yeah, because
it's
you
way less weird because it's just everybody's in their own planet. Because
yeah, because that's when I went with that Tim
when you
guy.
and Tim went,
That,
yeah,
yeah,
sure.
that loser.
That
Yeah.
that douchebag.
Yeah, yeah, right. You know, damn. Yeah, I don't want to like to be associated with him, but yeah, when I saw him,
What a dick.
yeah.
Tyrell's doing him a favor. Go ahead, bring the Purple Heart this time, Tim.
Yeah.
Oh, he has more comments.
Oh.
Good point, CP. It's not about the Walmart. It's about the people in the Walmart. Well, yeah, if people are talking, but, you know, how many times do we see, you know, here's the Blu-ray rack, here's what's on sale. Okay, it's a rack. If it is the people in Walmart, that's one thing, but
Those
Tim,
aren't people. People who work at Walmart aren't people. Those are creatures.
Yeah. Travesty.
It's scary.
I try not to go to Walmart, and I actually had to this past week. And whew, I mean, there's I mean, they say, you know, a certain breed of people. It's just the lowest common denominator of every type of human is in there.
Oh, yeah. I go there here and there, but Target's my place. That's where I go. Even Best Buy, it's I don't know. It's a little further drive from where I am, but they're not bad.
And Tim just reiterated he's talking about the creatures in Walmart. Yes. I guess if you wanted to be a jerk and film all the weird hippos that are still buying Cheetos and milk.
So you're still able to comment on that? You didn't ban them?
I don't think I can.
So they don't know anything that. God, this is gonna disrupt the flow.
It's Tim. Let us talk. This is an interview. You should know this by now with your
Damn, come on, people. Christ, it's ridiculous.
Oh yeah, I had questions. So you mentioned Flick Pick,
Yes.
and you're basically a poor man's Flick Pick because you really, for the most part, do basically the same thing.
I like his stuff. That's what got me encouraged because it's different, you know?
Right.
Is actually back then I was the complete opposite. Like my brother showed me Jeremy Johns for the first time. I'm like, why are people doing this? I'm like, what is going on here? Like, why are people on the screen talking about movies? And like, I was so weird. Like, I was completely different back then. I'm like, why? Why do you? And then like when people try to do movie reviews, I'm like, just leave it for the professionals or something like that. And I'm like, oh my God, like I was so stupid. You know?
No, you weren't. You weren't.
Because I would just watch, I would just watch the big guys and then like people trying to do it. I was like, why? But now I completely understand. It's not about the movies. It's about the community, you know? Exactly. You meet so many people. Because at first when I started, I was just doing a movie review just once a week. That was it. Next Friday, I got a video up. That was it. But now it's like, I started to do a Blu-ray trip here and there, and then other people started to comment. And then as time went along, I met other great people, and bam, like, holy cow, there's so many people out there, and it continues to be more as people like get influenced by all these other people, and it's getting bigger and bigger. It's crazy. If you see like movie reviews, damn, there's so many. It's nuts. It took off big time. Because if you look at older movies and you look at on YouTube, like the reviews for them, you're only going to see Chris Stuckman and Jeremy Johns. You're not going to see a whole list.
Right.
It has grown so big, and like, it's awesome. And there's so many other stuff out there as well.
In ways, it's awesome. In ways, it's a bit bothersome, but you know.
There could be some hiccups along the way, but
I love your hope. Your sincerity is admirable. I mean,
for the most part, it's nice.
Yeah. Well, other than FlickPick, do you have any other YouTubers that you kind of try to either emulate or you look up to or strive to be like? Remember what channel you're on?
Yeah. um, yeah, I'm not gonna go.
No.
there.
Answer. No, answer. I can't even get myself to say I want to be like you.
Have you ever seen the channel Raka Raka at all?
I believe so.
It's not even movie related. They do short films.
Yeah.
And my brother showed me Ronald McDonald, and they're just fucking hilarious. Like every single video I watch, it's so funny. Like I'm just like, these guys do it so well, and it's so bloody and gruesome. I'm like, I love that. So I kind of, that's what I kind of aim for, because it's, it's hilarious, but well shot. Everything. It's all these short films, and I don't know. They're one of my influences on YouTube. They're definitely great, but it was definitely start with a Flippick, because like with his Blu-ray trips, and I'm just like, I have those ideas. I have ideas in my head. Well, I just put them out there, and I'm glad I did.
Oh yeah. Let me speak for hundreds upon hundreds of thousands of future people who don't even know that you exist right now, that are thanking you in the future.
Thanking me.
Well, I mean, like, how many times have you stumbled across a video and you're like, oh my God, how did I not know about this a year ago when it came out? And
yeah,
like, oh.
That's true. Yeah.
Like I'm telling you, there's gonna be there's fans that don't even know about you right now. They're gonna be like, oh my God, thank God that he thought to do blank. Like it's just, I'm telling you, I'm calling it. You're gonna be way ahead of us. Like you're gonna be the guy that we all were like, oh, remember Durant? Yeah, he was one of us back then. But yeah,
and then I'm standing up there, being like, I'll know these guys.
Yeah. When you get your big diamond play button.
Yeah.
Well, you know what? Let me ask you something, and this is something that people who want to know what they should be doing should pay attention to. David, if I gave you $100, how much of it would you take and put towards something that you're going to put on your channel?
$100?
Yep. It doesn't have to be, if you're going to buy a Blu-ray that you're going to cover, that's $20. If you're going to, buy a hat or something that's going to be a prop, that's whatever that price would be. If you're going to save it, you're going to save it. It's zero. Yeah. But if I give you $100 that,
$100
you didn't account for, how much of it would you put towards something?
I'll probably spend it all on some more Megan Fox posters.
All right, so that's set. That's $100.
Yeah. I'd probably get like good 50, 50 posters with that or so.
Those are cheap posters.
With the frames. Well, but the frames
okay.
They're pretty decent.
That's still set design. That's, I mean, all right. So at least I
would, like more like the usual stuff, like green screens. Maybe some more lights or something like that. Definitely any way to improve, But
yeah, there was something that you said before we went on that you're planning stuff in the future, and you're about to buy props and
oh yeah,
and outfits and stuff. That's dedication. That's
oh yeah, because when Halloween passed by, I was like thinking to myself, shit, I could have bought like discounted costumes.
Yeah, the day after.
I was so mad at myself. I'm like, I saw a couple of Ninja Turtle outfits. Like I could have been a damn Ninja Turtle, but now it's ruined now. And like I spend most of my time on Amazon just like flipping through masks. Like I type in masks and I just flip through. I'm like, which one could I work with? And of course I have the Michael Myers mask, a Predator mask, a Darth Vader mask, shit that like I didn't own before,
Yeah, dude. Like I said, if I have any goal here, it's to get eyes on you, because once they're on you, you're gonna earn them and keep them for life. Like
you're
doing stuff. No, nice. I'm dead serious, and I'm not trying to say this to butter you up. it's sincere.
Well, why not?
I mean, we'll save that for later.
A little bit.
But you're thinking about stuff that's two moves ahead of anybody else. I mean, it's like you said, you're looking at masks and thinking about how how could I use this? That's creativity personified, and without any sort, you're not doing it. If I talk to 5 people, 3 of them say, "Oh, I can't wait to get this kind of money. I can't wait to blank." They always talk about the fame or a certain sub count or something. You're literally perhaps one of, if not the first person who's talking about improving your product and not even talking about what the end game is. And like, dude, it's incredibly refreshing.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It is. I mean, and you're someone who deserves it, who's being so incredibly. You could be creative with a cardboard box. And
it's funny because what you just said about the $100 was the same scenario for my Christmas gift, and I spent them on lights for my videos because I was given $100, exactly $100. My mom was like, "Hey, you can do anything you want. You can spend it on it, whatever. I don't really care." And I looked through like equipment and all that stuff. I found the cheapest one within that range, and I bought it. That was like, I was looking forward to that too. Like, of all the stuff, I'm like, I can't wait to open this. I can't wait to try it out, to set it up, see how it looks. I don't know. That's what I always try to do, is just try and improve, because back then I had this, older camera, and I was like, wow, this thing looks great. I'm like, I'm digging it. It's freaking awesome. And then now,
awesome.
Yeah. And now when I bought this new camera, I'm like, oh my God, that was complete shit. Like, I can't believe I used that for that long, and I thought it was great. When before, when I bought this new camera, I'm like, damn, I'm so glad I did that, because I spent so much on this new camera because I knew I was going to use it every day. This is what I need, and it's something that I'm glad I spent it on, like all that money, because I know I'm going to use it every single week, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah, and I think we are too. I'm pretty sure that we're glad. I mean, the more that you put in, the better the audience gets, and long term, I really hope that people figure you out, because, dude, it's well, why don't I stop kissing your ass for a little bit? I'll do it at the end. Let's talk about what you wanted to talk about. When you do an out and about, a store video, like a special Durant, crazy shit's gonna happen while Dave goes and picks up a Blu-ray. What type of, give me the process, like what type of planning, how much time do you take? Like, do you start planning it Monday night? Do you say, I'm gonna have to do this, I need to do these shots, I'm gonna be in there for an hour? Like, give me the time frame of you doing a out and about video.
All right. Well, now recently, I say I have a theme, of course, for what a movie that's coming out. I always have a theme for it that fits it, makes sense. So let's go with the Jurassic World. The day before, I knew I was going to involve dinosaurs at a Target. So this was when I found the CGI on YouTube, and I looked through all the YouTube clips of the CGI T-Rex. And so I found a perfect one, and I see the angle of it. So when I go in the store, I have a good picture that goes with that angle. And I have all the clips, and then in my head, I have majority of it, how I kind of want it to set up, how I want to play it off, like the music. But of course, when I get in there, it's kind of a different story.
Sure.
So usually it's a Tuesday, and Tuesdays I have off. So which works perfect. And I go in the gym, and then I get out around 10. And so I probably have something to eat. And I go out. First I record, me driving there. I'm like, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And then I always do the intros.
I don't think you'd say that.
Yeah. I always do the intros though the day before. I always do those intros. Even like a movie review, I always try to get them the day before, so I don't have to work on them.
Yep, and I do. Yeah, yep. Go ahead.
Yeah. And so that's all set. So I record, and usually I record like 30 minutes of myself talking. And I only use up like 2 seconds of it.
Editor's paradise, man.
Yeah, I'm looking through my clips. I'm like, oh my God. All right, I'm not going to use this. No one wants to hear me talk.
Yeah.
And then as soon as I go in, that's the toughest challenge, because I'm like, all right, I'll see how I'm going to play it out. Yeah, usually I'm like, hey, all right, I'm at Target, blah, 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 I'm going to get it. And then what I have planned, because I already know how it's going to set up and how it's going to play out. But now I just got to get those shots. And, I set up my camera. I look out. I look around, see if there's any people down this aisle or this aisle. I'm very, secure about that.
Mm-hmm.
So I place it down. I'm like, all right, record. And I do my thing. I'm either running or dancing. And and like I cut out the parts where I'm like, all right, I think I'm good. And then I take it. I do all these quick shots, and I always get them in different locations. But sometimes there'll be tons of people. Usually, say Best Buy. When I did that Mission Impossible trip, that was fucking tough as hell. I was sweating.
Well, you went to a spot that was pretty desolate. You went over to the refrigerators,
yes,
and that was pretty.
That was the only safe spot. So I knew, I'm like, all right, I can get these shots, because I had it planned out differently. But I was like, I guess I can work it right here. I was like, all right, no one's here. So I did a couple there. I wanted most of those shots right there. So I'm like, all right, here we go. I just need myself getting to the Blu-ray section. And you know how those sections are. They're like this high. You're like shoulder high, so you can see like everyone's head and everything. So they have short aisles, and there's people everywhere. I'm like, oh my God. I'm like, just leave. Like, I'm
Get your shit and get out. Let's go here.
So mad. And I'm just like standing there. I'm like, come on, people, hurry up. And then I'll get a spot. I'm like, all right, let's do it. Let's do it. And I'm like, fuck, someone coming around the corner. And I have to wait again. I have to wait another 20 minutes. It was frustrating. That probably took me like an hour tops to get all that footage. And the fact that I was crawling on the floor, sneaking around, doing flips, like people probably fucking thought I was stealing shit.
Yeah. See, that's the first thing I would think. Like, they'd be suspicious of you doing something
exactly
shady.
Because I'm standing around the Blu-ray section for an hour with the same 2 movies in my hands, flipping around areas. And sometimes I time it like good, because there will be one moment where I'm like, okay, I can do it right now if I wanted to. Like, I'm crawling on the floor, and I'm like, no, I'm just gonna wait. And luckily, a guy comes around a corner, and I'm just like, just imagine like what he would say. Like, just be like, yeah, I just saw a guy on the floor crawling at Best Buy. I'm like, oh my God, I'm so glad I didn't do right there. But when I do it, no one's there. So I'm like, fuck, this is great. I'm like, perfect. And once I get enough shots, I'm like, okay, I think I'm good. Like, I can leave. And then by that time, I'm exhausted. And I'm just like, fuck, all right, I think I got my shots. But because before, I would just go to one store, like when I first started. And that was fine. Like, it was like a 3-minute video, like back then. But now I like to do both, because I get some more footage. Target's it's pretty simple. A lot easier than Best Buy, of course. But Buy, Target, when you go Tuesday morning, there's people stalking like every single aisle. And like I said, it's so tough for me just to record, with people in front of me, because like I can't do that, because I don't know, I don't like it. But
well, what's your contingency plan? Do you ever like have yourself prepared? Like, what if I run into someone, or what if someone asks me what I'm doing? Have you ever prepared yourself for something like that?
To be honest with you, no, I have not. I just drop my phone and I just awkwardly walk away.
You can keep that. I'm leaving.
That's the thing. No one has ever said anything to me. Like, even if they see me or whatever, no one's said anything. They're like, what is he doing? Or anything. I never heard any of that. So luckily, watch, the next time I do it, excuse me, sir, we check your pockets? You know?
Yeah, you can check my pockets.
Yeah.
I'm trying to buy this actually.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. Watch that happen the next time I do it. Thanks a lot,
Yeah,
CP.
I probably
by the way.
jinxed you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, exactly. But no, I haven't run into that problem yet, and I don't have a game plan for it. That's like the that time I hid behind the paper towels. That was that was tough because I double checked that bitch like 20 hours. You know, I'm like, all right, no one's doing it. Let's do it. And I'm hiding, and luckily it paid off. So
Yeah, and plus you had to leave your camera
oh yeah,
unattended.
yep.
Like you had to basically have faith in the fact that
Yeah,
no one was going to take your shit.
It would be so funny though if someone was walking by and I pop out. They're like, "Oh my god, what is going on?" I don't know. I'll be arrested. You know,
One of these days. One of these days, that video will happen. Well, do you know? Wasting Money 1?
Yes, I actually just discovered them recently, and they had. I saw a video where they got kicked out.
They get caught a couple of times. Actually, they kind of get.
Really?
They get clipped.
Well, yeah, they don't care. They record in front of tons of people. You know, unlike me.
And they're doing nothing compared to what you're doing. So,
I like videos like that because they just don't care. You know, they keep talking, whatever. They have the phone. But yeah, I did watch one where they got kicked out. I was like, oh shit! Like, I don't know. They said they couldn't record at Best Buy, which is kind of weird. But I don't know. Whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I see both sides of it. I mean, technically, you could be reporting to somewhere else, but also you're also advertising their deals. I mean, that's basically
exactly
the premise. But you know, whatever. Whatever.
Then, yeah. After that, once I'm done recording, then I go home, and then I edit. Well, first I have to I use my phone. So I got to send all the files to my laptop, which is like a pain in the ass. And now it sucks because sometimes the sync of my voice doesn't match.
Yes.
I don't understand that. I never had that problem until it upgraded.
It's the frame rate of your phone is shooting 60 frames, so the audio is.
Yeah, I noticed that because the last movie trip that I did, I'm watching it. And my voice wasn't matching. I never had that problem before. And then some of them are being squished. I'm like, I don't know how to fix this.
Yeah.
I don't know.
The problem is if you to explain it in a really bizarre math kind of way, when you shoot like regular, it's 29.97 frames. So you're always losing 0.03 frames a second. So if you have like a 5-minute video, you have 300 frames that are just getting a little bit clipped off. So by like the 3-minute mark, your sound's going to be off.
Oh yeah,
because it tries to compensate for 60. It's not. What would it be? 59.9 whatever. It's not right. It's the sound is not linked to the. It's really stupid.
Yeah, it is really stupid. I like that. The whole summary of this is that it's really stupid.
Yeah. You got to make sure you're not shooting in 60 frames, or if you're going to do it the other way around, edit with the video being 60 frames.
Yeah.
There's my quick solution.
Yeah, I just ran into that problem just once, and I'm sure I will.
It's not that easy, Tim. Tim says you can unlink the audio and shift it over in the video. I've tried that, Tim. It's what I said. You're losing 0.03.
Yeah, because first it starts out fine,
right?
But then it loses the goddamn audio.
Yeah, and every 30 frames you're losing a little bit, a little half of a frame. So Tim, it's not like that. You can't fix it like that, Tim. Haven't you left yet?
Yeah, Tim. Like, bro.
Nobody wants your nonsense.
Yeah. No one asked for it. That's the thing. No one asked.
For future watchers.
The winner of the Winter Clash, that episode. Yeah, F off. This is my time. All right. You can always ruin everything. What a dick.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, no, I'm like,
Yeah, Tyrell says you have to shoot in 24 frames per second.
24.
I agree. My editing software doesn't allow me to do 24, but if you can,
Oh,
if
yeah?
you can do 24, do 24.
Like you could do that on a phone too?
If your phone does
setting?
it, just make sure that your editing software does it too. My editing software does 29.97.
Oh, yeah? Ah. I see.
You're right, Tim. Tyrell, excuse me. I wouldn't ever mistake you for Tim. Such an insult.
Oh, God.
Yes, 24 frames is film. That's what you want to
That's the
do.
worst.
If you can do 24, do 24. Yes, Tyrell, infinitely more intelligent than Tim. Sorry, Tim.
I love this. A roast of Tim.
Yeah. To hell with
That's what we're turning. Yeah.
I love you, Tim. I'm sorry. So all right. So you get home, you're editing, you have the weird sync.
Yeah, I sync it all, and that's also another long process. It's like I have so many clips because I know I don't want to go way too long when I record in the stores. So like I sync them to the Hotmail, and then I have to like upload them, download them, and drag them on. And that's where I edit. It probably takes me around like the usual time, like an hour and a half or 2 hours. And yeah,
just to edit.
Yes, and that's it. And there we go. And then it's all finalized, which takes like an hour and a half. So it's a long day.
Well, that's including all that crazy effects stuff that you're doing. That's all included. 2 hours.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Okay. Everything. Just about 2 hours. Yeah. It just getting everything, especially when I'm talking. Like I want to pick out certain parts that I want, and majority of it I just throw it in the trash bin. I feel like that was just a waste of time. Like I just wasted my freaking time talking to the camera. I just want to make sure I have enough footage. Yeah. It's always worse if I don't have enough.
Yeah, you want to get rid of some and not need it.
Yeah. Or if I screw up and I'm like, well, I can't use that now because I said one thing wrong, which screwed it all up, I hate that. That's the worst. So I usually like to do a couple takes, But yeah, and then I edit, and by that time, my armpit's all sweaty. I'm sinking into the couch, and I just feel nasty, sometimes. Don't you ever get that? You just feel... You feel gross, like. Oh
yeah, dude, and I and a lot, so I have to
Yeah, same.
I'll try to leave some, but some of them I'm like, not too much silence. I have to get rid of that.
I can't go a whole sentence. I'll have something planned, and I'll be like, the cat went to the climb on the tree. Exactly. I'll be like, the cat climbed on the. I was just like, I totally forget what I'm saying, or I stutter, or I mess up.
Yeah.
I always have to freaking cut it.
Mm-hmm.
It's so annoying.
Yeah. It's. I mean, I don't have to tell you, So, what would you say from planning to editing? How long do you think that total combined time is? 6-8 hours?
I want to say so. Yeah, 6. Sounds about right. Takes up like half my day.
That's incredible. And you usually have your videos up by what, like Tuesday, 5 p.m. ish?
Yeah, like 4 or 5. Yeah,
that's good for you, man.
But then like once I'm done, how like you go through all that, and I'm like, fuck, like I just did that. I'm so tired. But then once I upload it, I'm like, I want to do another one. I don't know. I just have that feeling like, oh my God, this video sucks. Like I hate. Sometimes like editing is a love and hate relationship.
Oh,
I love it because I get to create something, but I hate it at the same time because like you just need to find those perfect, cuts to throw in the freaking video, and it's tough.
Yeah. No. I mean, when there's a busy release week. And I'm seeing stuff. I'll do everything on a Thursday night if I'm not seeing a screener or something.
Yeah.
And I'll see 2 movies on a Thursday. They have like a 7 o'clock and then a 9 o'clock.
How long do you stay up?
Well, that's part of. I mean, sometimes I'll
See,
get
like,
home and then edit. Sometimes I'm
yeah,
like, man, those movies were really shitty. I'll just like nobody's gonna care what I have to say about this shit.
yeah.
And
That's
you wake up first thing and then you do it. And
yeah. When I first started, I found out that if like you put up your video the quickest,
yep,
like people have views. So I'm like every single time on Thursday night, once I
yep,
came out, I would try to get it all done, edit, and I would stay up at 2 a.m.
yep.
And it was tough after a while. Now I'm just like, I can wait until I always do it after 5 the next day, because I
Yeah.
usually got Fridays off. So, and then, yeah,
Well, yeah.
next morning.
To reduce it to a much smaller. It's you just have to figure out what the
Yeah.
clickbait ones are, like the Hunger Games, the Star Wars, the
Yeah.
whatever kids are going to watch. You just have to get those out really early.
No, I got you.
The comic book movies, get those out quick.
Now, have you ever gone to bed and like just had what you want to say in your head the whole time? Like you're trying to sleep and you're just like, oh, I could say this in my review, or I could say that, it just gets in your fucking head. And like, I don't fall asleep, it's tough.
That happens when I'm editing, where I'm like, all right, you know what, just get the intro done, and then you do the intro.
Yeah, when you film.
Like, well, wait a minute, let me do this. Let me just,
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh my god, it's 5 o'clock. What am I doing?
Oh man, see, I can't stay past 12 o'clock, really.
Yeah, no,
that's my bedtime. I'm an old man.
I'll do that more with Photoshop stuff. Like I like putting shit on the side of me, like with stores and
that, which I like. I like how you do that. It just like comes in the picture.
Yeah.
Like, bam, here I am. And
if I have one thing, it's that I'm boring, but here, look at this. Never mind me. Look at this shit. This is awesome. Don't mind me.
I like that too. I like it.
Yeah, I mean, you got to do something. I mean, you are super creative. I have all this fun math shit to look at, and it's a form of creativity. I would think.
I like visuals.
Yeah.
When I watch people's YouTubes, I like to see even like a picture or something.
Yep.
It's always nice. Sometimes like you watch videos and it's just like all flat out. Like I don't know. There'll be some people like, yeah, I just saw a movie. It was really good. And I'm just like,
fantastic movie, just fantastic acting, fantastic movie.
And like if they throw in a couple pictures or something, I'm like, all right, I like this. It's always nice.
Don't make eye contact with the camera.
Yeah.
I just love the movie. It's fantastic.
Yeah.
Great direction.
Don't look at it. Then soon, like their head is like to the back of the camera, talking to the wall. Yeah, this movie's really great.
Yeah. Or like just off somewhere. Yeah. Just the movie is great. Yeah, we're over here.
Yeah, fantastic. Now let's get to the Megan Fox category. Don't you have a couple of questions?
Well, yeah, sure. How long would you think you would last in bed with Megan Fox?
Whoa! Here we go. 2 seconds. I'm gonna probably 2 seconds. Yep, that's probably true.
Is she nude in this 2 seconds, or is it just, oh my god, you're here?
Yeah. Well, she's like, nothing would happen. I'll be, oh my god. Yeah, exactly. Like, oh my god.
Like American Pie.
like I was saying earlier, I loved your question, because you got that typical stuff, of a woman, but I like to point out another great feature, and that was the thighs.
Well, yeah. For those who don't know, Dave had a Q&A, and I asked him his favorite part of the female body.
That's right.
Isn't the the popular
typical
part,
the
T, the A, the
all the private areas,
right? And Dave said the thighs.
The thighs. There's something about the thighs. There's just I don't know. I like the little meat on the thighs.
Yeah.
You see some girls with like really skinny like skeleton, but I don't know. That's just my my taste.
No, no,
You know.
I agree. I think
How about yourself? What?
I don't have a favorite.
You know?
I just, if there's something that's kind of like, if it's somewhere connected, like if a girl has like low cut jeans and you can see like, her hip, like a shadow of her hip, and you're like, oh my God, I know where that goes. I know where the end of that shadow is.
The shadow of the
Like just, yeah, or like an under boob. I think under boob. I like under boob
That's
more
not bad.
than top boob.
Yeah.
Because it's like, ooh, I don't normally see that. That part is new.
That part. Do you say that to the like
Yeah.
the woman?
Hey,
Like,
you
oh my
mind?
God, that's new. Like, let me get a better view.
Yeah, and it's a little more light because it's not in the sun so much. It's just a
How about the people watching? What's their favorite?
guys watching? What's your favorite part of the
part of a woman.
male or female?
It could be eyes. Eyes could be
your
nice.
favorite
Like
part
hair.
of the body that isn't the privates. Let's hear it, folks.
Hair's also a good one. I like hair.
Hair, yeah, sure.
Ways, I like it.
Yeah,
You like the short? Or you like longer?
It doesn't matter.
Okay. It doesn't matter the way it is.
Yeah. Like the neck, like.
Wait, hair neck?
If
a beard?
The neck is like if they move their hair and then you see.
Oh, okay. I thought you were saying they would grow on a beard. I'm like, I don't know if
I just want to groom
that. I don't know. That's usually not my taste, but if you're into that.
So Ivan says hair and face. Tyrell says eyes. Eyes can do wonders.
That's nice.
Eyes are so boring.
Just
that means you're making eye contact, Tyrell. Who would do that? like an Emma Stone or Zooey Deschanel. Yes.
I don't know. Yes. Some of those eyes, you just lose focus.
I like how Zooey Deschanel, Katy Perry, and oh my God, she's in Sicario.
Katie.
What the fuck's her name?
Emily Blunt.
Emily Blunt. They all look like they could all play sisters in something.
Let's get that going.
And I'd like to just lay in bed and giggle.
Oh wait, what?
Just
that
all
kind of took a. I like how you go from I want to see them in like a movie to now I want them in my bed.
I never said movie. I just said you could cast them as sisters in.
Oh, sisters.
Bedtime fun adventure.
Yeah, cast them as sisters in my bed.
Tim says he's a tall white girl kind of guy himself.
Oh, I thought he was saying he was a tall white girl.
He likes Tyrell says he likes a woman with a solid mustache.
Oh man, I can see Tim digging that.
No, that's Tyrell who says that.
Oh, Tyrell, yeah. Oh, for him? Oh, really? Oh, look at that.
Oh, there must be a delay.
It's like a nice...
I gotta finish cleaning first. Yeah, I do have to finish cleaning my bedroom. Tim, same bro, thick and scraggly. Tyrell, if you got bad eyebrows, it's a bad deal. Yeah, like people are all about what the hell's her name?
Oh, the
Paper Towns. Cara Delevingne.
I don't know. Those things are noticeable.
No, those are mustaches. Those are mustaches above an eye.
Mustaches.
It's all like Groucho. She's got Groucho Marx above her eyes, and I just can't. It's too much.
That's true. I don't know. I see it, and that's the only thing I can focus on.
Yeah. I'm like, oh, you have tweezers, right?
Just show me your underboob. Like,
right. Yeah. If your eyes look like that, then what does your undercarriage look like?
That was like this is like woman at my work. She's got like the hairiest sideburns, and I'm like, oh my God, if like you let them out right there, I wonder what the rest of your body looks like. I don't want to find out, I'm all set. It's scary. It's scary out there.
Well, let's steer it a little bit. You have no secrets about how much you love Schwarzenegger.
What are you talking about?
Are there any other actors that you love, and for what reason?
Actually, in my latest video, I said Shia LaBeouf because I grew up watching his TV show, Even Stevens, and ever since then, when he started getting into movies like Disturbia and stuff like that, I was like, hey, there he is. He's in that movie, and like that made me want to go watch it. And I just love everything he's been in. Like I probably seen just about all his movies, not all of them, but because there was this one time. This is when I first started going to the movie theaters by myself. So you know, my girlfriend at the time, I was looking at movies. I was like, holy shit, there's a Shia LaBeouf movie. And I'm like, do you want to go? She's like, nah, I'm all set. And I'm like, all right. And no one else probably want to go. So I just went by myself. That was the first time ever because I'm like, I have to see this. And so I go in, it's just two old ladies and another older man by himself. 4 people went to go watch this movie. And I'm just like, oh, God. But it was interesting. But that's definitely one of them. The other one is,
what movie was it?
I forget what it's called. He's like a reporter, and he's, I don't know. I totally forget. It's a weird title.
Okay.
That's definitely one of them. And Mark Wahlberg. Okay.
Oh, Boston love there.
Exactly. He's awesome. He's handsome. He's got the muscles. Like these are the people that like don't have the best acting ability, but something about their presence on screen just makes me want to go watch it. Like just anything with Mark Wahlberg, like I'll watch it. I don't care. I haven't seen Daddy's Home yet. I do, but it's just been other movies that I rather would watch. But he's the only reason I would watch that movie. That's it.
Okay. That's completely fair.
He's badass.
I have that with DiCaprio. I literally.
Oh yeah.
I can't miss him. Like I don't.
I can understand that too.
Yeah,
you know, because like everyone loves his acting and all that. You know.
And he seems to make
a big name.
Yeah, and he seems to make like good mainstream movies. Like he's like at that line where like, you know, there's those good movies that people won't watch. They're like good, but like nobody watches them. He's like that rare breed that he makes good movies that people like go and see.
Yeah.
He's like the last real.
It's funny you bring him up because I'm probably in that pile. Because like I think he makes great movies and like he acts really well. It's just I don't rewatch him. I don't know. I watch him once and that's enough for me.
Yeah.
He's always in those big long movies and I'm just like, I don't know. I get exhausted sometimes.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Some of them just like, come on, enough. Like,
yeah.
like,
well, Arnold is in like these action blowing up movies, and anything he says, I just find hilarious.
And those are easier to like. It's a lot easier to go back and watch something like that because you don't have to like devote your attention to it to enjoy it because it's just like, all right, I'm gonna go piss for a second while they talk, and when I come back, something's gonna blow up, and
you just hear while you're pissing in the back. What other ones? Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson, because I grew up watching the smell when The Rock is cooking. I fucking love that. I grew up watching at the end of WWF, and when he was in that, and I would just watch his wrestling matches and stuff. And then he started again the movies, and we would go see him because of that, and we still do. And he's just like that, likable guy. You know, anything he's in, he's never in the. That's the thing I noticed. He's never in the greatest movies, but he makes them good for some reason.
No,
I don't know.
He's this generation's version of Schwarzenegger. Schwarzenegger didn't make good movies in the 80s, but shit, they were good.
Yeah.
They were fun.
Exactly.
He's this generation's action star.
Yeah. And that's what I like. I like stuff like that. But
so do you prefer? Are you more of an actor person, or do you have a specific type of movie that you watch, or is it more the actor or the movie? Like which?
Like if any of those guys are in a movie, like I'll go see it automatically. Like Schwarzenegger, definitely. Mark Wahlberg, Shia LaBeouf. If any of those guys are in a movie, I go watch it. It doesn't matter what it looks like, how it is. I'm definitely gonna go see it because I love those guys, and like I love seeing them on the screen. And also Brad Pitt. And it's funny because when Fury came out, I saw a trailer. I was like, holy shit, this is my dream team cast. It was
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was Brad Pitt, Shia LaBeouf, and even John Bernthal, the Shane.
Oh, John Bernthal, awesome.
Yes, I loved Shane from Walking Dead.
Yes, yeah.
He was my favorite character.
Yeah, season 2 was awesome.
Show. Yes. So when I saw that, I was like, wow. Like, I'm not too sure about the story because the trailer is kind of okay, but I'm like, that's my dream team. And I said it in my review. I was like, I could watch this if they added 2 more hours to this movie.
6. Give me 6
be
more
fine.
hours.
Exactly. I would be all set.
Yeah, I want the real time of like when they stop in that like right before the end. Just give me the real time events of that. I'll take that.
Yeah, I'm like, I could watch these guys talk like all day because I don't know, I just love them. I love seeing them on screen, you know. It's like I actually hated Brad Pitt before World War Z. I didn't really care for him. I thought he was like, everyone's like, oh, he's all hunky and sexy, and oh my god, look at him with his hair. And I'm like, screw him, you know. And then I saw World War Z. I was like, holy shit, I think I like Brad Pitt. And then I would watch a couple of his movies. I'm like, yeah, Brad Pitt's pretty badass.
yeah.
It definitely changes you. It changes your mind because there were a couple of people that I just didn't really care for, but then you start watching the movies and then you kind of change your mind about it.
Had you seen 7 yet with that opinion?
7, yeah, I've seen Fight Club.
Okay.
On my pudding, and then of course Fury came out next year, which I broke the record of World War Z. So he was both in those movies that I saw the most times. He wasn't in Mad Max. I wish he was, but that would just be incredible. It's funny because like my brother was like, "Oh, Dave, I don't know if Brad Pitt's in any movies, like big movies this year. He won't break your record." Like everyone knows, you know. It's like I know, yeah. Who knows?
He was in The Big Short this year.
Yeah,
there's that.
I know. I still need to watch that. Like I said, it came out at the wrong time. It was all like December. I think it was right. And then it was like busy. Yeah,
right when everything else came out. It was
yes, exactly. It's like these movies I need to see, but it's just like so many stuff I got going on.
Meanwhile, Star Wars is like more money, more money,
yeah.
more money.
I know every I saw it 3 times, and all 3 times, just about sold out. Like even that, it wasn't like right away too. It wasn't like that whole weekend. I saw it in 3 times. It was like I saw it once that weekend, the opening weekend. A week later, I went once, like during a Wednesday, and it was still crazy. I was just like, damn. I'm like, Jesus Christ, people. Like,
yeah.
Shanties,
Let me have this theater to myself, damn you.
Shooter McGavin. Yeah, it's nuts. It's a definitely a crazy movie.
They released so many movies, and Star Wars is still breaking records.
Yeah, so, it broke. Came the top over Avatar?
It's the toppest. There's a word for you, brand new. It's the top grossing domestic film all time. Yes. And it did it in 18 days?
Shit.
Yeah. So it did all right.
Supposed to have a new Star Wars movie every year?
Well, December we're gonna have like a side story.
Yeah, just all like side
One
stuff. Yeah.
And then May of 2017 we'll have episode 8. And then I think after that, every year after that we'll have a year. We're gonna have 2 in 6 months. December of this year and then May. So
now, do you think it will wear off like Star Wars?
I don't know.
Like it will still be strong.
You saw it 3 times.
Yeah. No. I'm saying like everyone. Like I know it'll still be strong. Like everyone will go see them, obviously. But
I don't know.
I wasn't too sure. Like the anticipation, Like,
Well,
after,
think about it, like Marvel. There's Marvel movies. There's like what 3 a year, and we still just like
yeah,
just
yep,
yep. Where are we going now?
yeah,
Okay, next another one. Okay,
yeah.
okay,
That's
next.
true. That's true.
All right, guys, we're gonna give you a little bit of a 2-question buffer. If anybody in the chat has anything to ask, Mr. David Durant of
Oh
Durant Cinema, please fire away. Tim left apparently, so
Wow.
we don't have to worry about him.
Oh, that's good.
He wished luck. I've been asked if you're excited for Jared Leto's Joker.
Jared Leto's Joker. Yes, I am. No, I think I love Jared Leto. He's awesome. I saw him twice in concert. So
30 Seconds to Mars is awesome.
oh yeah, a long time ago. I got a picture taken with him. It's pretty cool. Actually, my sister was like a huge. She loved 30 Seconds to Mars. Like her whole car was decked out.
Quite all right. Yeah.
Yeah. She would go to all these concerts and like she like knew them pretty much. Like not like know them, but like
big
I
fan.
don't know. They were like very friendly, like, hey, what's going on? Like, oh, Boston Kim and stuff like that. Like, oh,
that's
yeah.
cool. Like Almost Famous.
So I thought that was cool. And yeah, from seeing the trailer, I was like, it looks pretty badass. I'm not gonna lie. And even with that photo, my only problem was just the white background. Like, if just put them in like dim it like in a dark, scary like place.
Yeah. Why is he so bright? What is this?
Yes, exactly. It's like, yeah, and he's even. It just looks like he's in a photo shoot, like just going, just like no. Have them in a creepy place and have them dimmed, look darker. That was my only problem. I didn't care how like he looked.
What's your favorite superhero brand genre? Superman,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
The Raimi Spider-Mans. Actually, the weird part, everyone gives Amazing Spider-Man 2 crap, but I would prefer that one over the Amazing Spider-Man 1. I'm one of those rare people. I don't know. I actually liked Amazing Spider-Man 2. I saw it 3 times in theaters. I still enjoyed it. I don't know. I'm weird like that.
Well, listen. We all have that one thing that like.
But the third one of the Raimi Spider-Mans, I did not like. They threw in too much. Yes, messy. Yes, that one I will admit. That one it was just bad.
Yeah, as far as I'm concerned, you cannot mess up Venom. Like Venom should.
I know. Just make him the freaking villain. That's all you need. You got a great movie. Like
he needs to be a badass, not that 70s show kid. Like
Topher Grace. Yeah, you, the guy that could play Spider-Man in the future episodes, be Venom. Like what? But no, the first Spider-Man, I remember being so pumped on my mind for. Like I was little, and like once I heard it, I was like, I was going to go see it. I'm like, oh my god, this is great. And I walked out, I was like, wow, the movie's fantastic. And they would always play it on TNT or whatever, and I would always watch it, always have a good time throughout that movie. And the second one, I remember sitting there, and it's been such a long time since I've been like really nervous and excited for a movie. But when that opening screen with the webs and like the credit, like the people's names, like I remember sitting there, I'm like, this is it. This is happening right now. I never felt that way throughout like any other movie like I can think of right now, but definitely those first two definitely are my favorites by far. Favorite superhero person and movie.
Were you always like a movie fan, or did something like click, or was it always like movies, or?
It definitely was a click.
Okay.
I would watch movies like here and there, and it wasn't really until the near 2012, like I'd go to movie theaters and like watch whatever was coming out, and then 2013 hit, and I pretty much saw not every movie, but it went back. I kept going back to the movie theaters, and that's when it really kicked in. And then 2014, and then that's when I saw YouTube. I was like, I just, because I'm not like a huge movie buff. I'm not like a huge, like I love movies now and everything, but I also like to do entertainment stuff, and that's what YouTube is.
Yeah,
And like I like to mix both, you know,
sure,
because I'm in
sure.
this community. I like to talk about movies. I like to do movies, but I also like to be, you know, do other things with it. And like I think it worked perfect. You know, I think that's what my channel is. You know, because I'm not gonna sit there and be like, well, you know, this movie, how it was set up. Like I can't, because I feel like other people do it way better. And going into like, say for example, these you know, arts cineclash and all that stuff, with everyone answering all these questions, I'm like, holy shit. Like these people know their movies. Like if they've seen movies in the past.
You know what? Let me demystify some of that for you, David, as someone who has yet to lose on that show.
I like how you had to throw that in there.
Have I? Is it true or is it not?
Yeah, whatever.
I hate it, but it's true. You know, people watch movies, and you can watch a ton of movies. You can do some things, and you know, not everybody understands why things are. You know, people say things like "that's good cinematography," and they don't really know what they're talking about. Some people think that the director is responsible for cinematography. That's not true. The director is just the boss. He just tells the DP, which is the director of photography, the guy who's sometimes he's holding the camera, sometimes he's even directing another guy. The director just tells the guy, listen, I want it to look like this, and then the guy with the camera makes it look like that.
Yeah.
That's the DP. That's not the director that's doing that. So there's some stuff where people act like they know a lot, and you know, you could take in a lot and know it, but you know, there's so much more to.
Yeah. No, I understand, because I'm like that. Like actually doing this and hearing people talk, I pick up things. I'm just like, all right, like I'm like even Blu-ray, you know, just showing it off, being like, this is embossed, or you know, something like that. I'm like, I had no idea for the word. You know what the word?
Oh, right. Yes.
The one thing that I hate, and a lot of people use it, nostalgia. I don't know. I remember I first heard it. I'm like, I don't really care for that word. I don't know, but it makes sense. It's just a weird word.
Yeah.
That I don't know. It's just and like I was saying, embossed.
We'll have to ask Tyrell and Tim how I feel about nostalgia.
Yeah. I don't know. It's just also like embossed. Like it's just so weird. Like so this is
you just don't like the word, or you don't like the meaning?
Just the word, I guess. I don't know. Like I usually just say it brings back memories, like something.
Oh
like
yeah,
that.
okay, yeah. Oh, what do you think that like people are being a bit snooty by using words like that? Is that what you're saying?
I don't know. No, it's also just that word. It sounds funny. I don't know.
Okay, funny sounding word.
Yeah, I don't know. That's just what I think about it.
that's fine. That's really fun.
But still, like going back, like people, they talk about movies and they know the questions and stuff like that. I'm like, holy shit! Like I would never guess that. You know, like I've seen movies, like I watch movies, but people on here, they have watched a lot of movies, like a lot. You know, like the classics. Like I never watched the classic like movies. Not like a lot of them, but
David, it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't.
Yeah. Oh no, I was just saying.
You said it. I mean, you watch some, you watch what you want, and then you're more about creating. That's shit. That's
the thing I kind of take. You know, I have this theme, movies, and I like movies. I like going to movies. I like reviewing them. Also, I like to do different other stuff. You know, like entertainment, and I mix both combined. You know, that's what I like. You know,
my thing is, you know, movies are, you know, there's no need for movies. Nobody really needs movies. What good do movies do for the world? They really don't. But they, you know, you got to look at it from my angle. There is, you know, they bring people happiness. There's there's all these stupid reasons that people watch
Oh
movies
yeah.
to feel good, to feel bad, to cry, to be feel romantic, whatever. And my thing is, watch movies. If you're gonna go watch the new Adam Sandler movie, do it. Like who cares what people think? Like I just don't like the being driven by opinion like that. That's what kills me. Like people saying, oh, I don't want to admit it, but I do this. Well, why don't you want to admit it? If you love it with the doors closed in your house, who cares what other people think?
Exactly. And that's actually like what I've gotten more used to now, because before, hell, I'll even admit, even my Avengers Age of Ultron, like I said some really good things. I was like, yeah, this part's really good, but I was going strong with those certain parts.
Mm-hmm.
And then later I was like, yeah, I guess they could have like done this a little better. But after I was like, man, I should have just said like blah, blah, blah. And I even gave it like a great grade. But when I came out of the movie theater, I was like, it was just okay. Like, I don't know, I thought the movie was okay. But then I did my review. I was like, some of them I wish I could just dim it down, like really tell how I felt. But now I'm starting to like really do that. Like, I'm just like, if a thing made me bored, I'm going to say it. Or if I wasn't excited or crazy, because that's what I love with movie reviews. Like when you watch some, you see people telling how they feel, about a movie. And it's different because all the other ones say like, oh, it's great, it's fantastic. But that's the thing, is like you don't know what you're going to get when you click on the video. It could be totally different, That's what's great about this, is that not everyone's the same,
Sure, I'd love to see someone say, "Oh my God, Pixels is my favorite movie of the year."
Yeah,
like, wow, I want to. Like, I'm not trying
that
to
would be nice.
For the record, I don't think it's that terrible. I think it's like 80 on my list of whatever. But I want to hear why you love that movie so much. I want to get into your head and understand. Like, I totally get what you're saying, because it's refreshing to hear something like that, because they're not trying to impress anybody.
That's the thing, is I made a worst list. I didn't put that on there, and I saw Pixels.
Yeah.
I found some enjoyment out of it. I loved the Pac-Man scene. I thought that was awesome.
Yeah.
I get some of the aspects of the storyline and the characters, but I thought the Pac-Man scene was great.
Sure.
I don't know.
Sure.
The ending,
44 is boring. Like,
at least
Pixels is fun. Like, does Adam Sandler mail it in? Sure, but
even the caterpillar scene with the
that's fun. What do you expect from a movie about video games? Like,
no, I walked out. I was like, oh, it's pretty good. Wasn't that bad? It wasn't like the greatest thing I've ever seen, of course.
I didn't love it, but I certainly didn't hate it. Like,
exactly. I actually picked it up. I'm not gonna admit. Yeah, I will admit that. I'd rather be all right with a movie than be bored with a movie. Being bored sucks. That's the thing, is like people like, oh, I like to see more Blu-ray chips from you. I'm like, yeah, I will. Like, I have no problem doing it. It's just I want to go out and get a movie that I like.
Sure. Oh, we have a question. Dylan Flickinger. What famous Dave could you relate to? Actor or character? Interesting question.
David Hasselhoff. That's what I run. I run in slow motion.
Do you get drunk and eat cheeseburgers?
Yeah, he's a little off. So that was literally the only.
I can't even think of Dave characters right now.
Spade. He's I don't know how I relate to
David Schwimmer, David Hasselhoff. That's the only three I could think of.
Hasselhoff.
Yeah, I'd give you the Hoff over the other two.
Yeah. All right. Hey, I'll take that.
I'm trying to think of characters named Dave.
Some characters, Dave.
Dave.
I don't know, because usually when like they say your name, like, wow, that's cool.
Yeah. Don't say Schwimmer, he says. All right, we didn't. Hasselhoff.
Yeah, Hasselhoff all the way, baby. Hasselhoff for the win. That's right. I'm shouting him out.
Dennis from the Blue Corner asks, are you going to be hyped for The Rock in Baywatch?
Oh yes, that looks. I have him on Instagram, and I see some of his clips.
Uh-huh.
There's one part where he's running in slow motion, along with the hot girl next to him, and he like pushes her. It's great. And then he's running slow motion. Then like Doug music starts to play, and I don't know. I thought that was like pretty hilarious. So it looks like a fun movie. I'm down to go see that. I don't
Yeah,
know about hyped out of my mind, but I think it'll be good.
we need more fun movies. There's
We
too
need
too many serious movies.
bring back Pamela Anderson.
Bring back neon. Just bring back absurdity. Just we could use Michael Bay a little bit.
Especially like those 80s or 90s action movies. Like,
Yes.
like what I'm really excited for is John Wick 2. It's coming out this year, I think. I love John Wick.
That was a shocker.
Yes.
Kind of left field that movie was.
Really? I actually saw the trailer and I was like, wow, this actually looks really good. I might be the only one, but
no, because Keanu, like he's kind of like his Matrix Keanu.
yeah, I can see
you
that.
Watch Knock Knock, he's more of.
I haven't seen that. I heard it's the worst thing.
All right, so it's the worst, but it's on purpose. Like it's
purpose?
so.
It's so bad,
like,
but
it's like
good.
Oh, this guy's such a douchebag. It's hard. Eli Roth is like that. He's like, it's like, oh my god, that's not funny. Why is this like trying to be funny? But it's like on purpose. It's really, I can't explain Eli Roth without I don't know.
I've only seen one movie of his. I think that was maybe two. Hostel and Green Inferno.
What did you think of Green Inferno?
It was okay.
What did you think of Hostel?
It's been a long time since I've seen it.
Yeah, he's a specific type. It's it's just
yeah.
I don't know.
It's whatever. See, and that's actually another thing is that I was never into directors before making YouTube. Like, I didn't really care. The only one I knew was Michael Bay, pretty much, and James Cameron. Well, of course, Steven Spielberg. But, yeah, of course, yeah. Wait, you know Michael Bay, but not Steven Spielberg? You fucking idiot. Yeah. I'm with Tim. Like, I like Michael Bay. Like,
right. Yeah, you can curse him for this. He actually created shaky cam. He did it in The Rock to
a lot of people
to make it feel like Speed. But I mean, he used that for an element to tell something that nobody was trying. Never mind. He's a lot better than people give him credit for.
See, the only thing that I don't like is they just need to edit and no bad humor. Like his horrible humor, like whatever he throws in there. I hate his jokes that he throws in. And just the editing. It's too much sometimes. If it was brought down, it would be great.
Wait, who?
Michael Bay. Like
bad humor?
Yeah. In his like Transformers movies.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Like the peeing and
yeah, just some stuff like that. But I've actually seen the last one, Transformers: Age of Extinction. I saw that 4 times in theaters. Yes.
Wow. You really like Mark Wahlberg.
Yes, that was another reason why I was like, if anyone's going to replace Shia LaBeouf, I'm okay with Mark Wahlberg. I told people.
That's like a dream for you.
It is.
That's hysterical.
Awesome. I know, because Shia LaBeouf was on the Transformers. People underestimate the first one. Like, they totally forget about it because, like, of all the sequels.
Yeah, everybody liked it. Everybody forgets they liked the first one.
Yes,
the only reason we have sequels is because everybody liked the first one.
Everyone hated and hated. They're like, oh, Transformers, yeah. But the first one was fantastic.
Sure.
I don't know. I love the first one. I hated the second one. I saw that 3 times. But
so maybe you're not the best person to judge.
No. But the thing is, after watching 3 and 4, I went back to go watch the second one. I like it a little more because I miss seeing Megan Fox, in that movie. It was
Well,
nice.
I mean, you could tell he was just exploiting some, like, where she's on the bike and she's just like,
oh, Jesus Christ.
yeah, no, like if she were nude, you could see what you had for breakfast. It's just like, whoa.
I'm gonna close this down now, just for a few minutes.
Well, all right. So let me get the basis question out of the way.
Yes.
I ask this of every person who I interview. To get the channel, the name into the question here. If you were to meet someone and they asked you, would I like Durant Cinema, the YouTube channel, who would you say, you know what, you would like my channel? Who would you say that to?
Like a person?
Sure. Like, if you like this, you'd like my channel.
Oh, okay. I'll pretty much say of course, if you like movies, then of course you like my channel. But if you like reviews or just like skits, just like random skits or Blu-ray trips. I don't know. I've never been. No one's ever asked me that.
A little bit something extra with
yes,
those.
Exactly. I like to keep it different. Something different to spice things up a little bit.
Sure.
That's what I always try to do. I always like to go for more content. Variety. I don't know. Everything goes back to relate to movies, though. So.
It's always going to have something to do with movies. Is that what you're saying?
Just about 90%.
Okay, so at the whole, your channel will always have, for the most part, have something to do with movies or relate to movies.
Oh yeah, yep. It's always either reviews or short films or skits, random things. I don't know. I like to do a bunch of stuff.
Yeah, no, listen, we're all better for it. Trust me.
Yeah.
Trust me when I say that.
And that was the thing, is like back then, like I said, I just do movie reviews and that's it. Now I like to just branch out the whole bunch of random stuff, Like I try to get at least 2 videos a week, like something different, and then just a review, But I don't know, I always try to. It always feels weird when I don't get to that movie, that video, like one of them. I don't know, it throws me off, but it's tough,
You're also, I don't know, you don't have to express any further if you don't want. You're also the first interview of 2016. What do you have in store for 2016? What is 2016 in Durant Cinema? What do you predict? It's gonna be freaking awesome.
I have no idea. It's just the same shit. No.
There's nothing that you're like, man, I want to try this year.
That's a good question.
You only plan like an hour ahead, huh? Just 2 days in front, and then that's
well.
You got Tuesday's Blu-ray haul. That's all you got planned out, right?
Well, no, it's weird because every time at work I think of something, I think of that video, and then sometimes I even think of the right. That's great. But I'm like, wait, hold on. Let's focus back to the first video,
Oh.
So usually it hits me every week,
Do you write those ideas, though, that like, the ones that you...
At work.
Okay.
If I'm at work, I grab a piece of paper, I write it down, and I'm in the back, I rehearse it a little bit,
awesome.
like I picture it. I picture it in my head. And I'm like, okay, this is what I like. This is how I think I'm going to go with it. So that's how it works. That's how my mind works. And that's great. Like when I'm on break or something, I just think of all this stuff.
Yes. And to quote Tyrell, you'd like Dave's channel if you are into truly refreshing and entertainingly creative content. I don't think it could be said better. I thoroughly agree.
Wow, that was really good.
So Dave, please.
Thank you, Tyrell.
Wrap this up. Say whatever you want to close us out here.
All right. Well, thank you, CP, for having me on here.
No, thank you.
This is awesome. This is great because it's just me talking, talking to you. I was
didn't have to edit a dinosaur into this or anything.
Yeah, man. I just felt like I just told you my whole life story, and I don't know. I never really told all this information except for like a Q&A. But I'm glad people watching, hearing what I'm all about, how I got started and what the process goes through. So like, and that's the thing is like people watch 5-minute videos, but behind that, it's something different,
It's hours, yeah.
Yeah, it's long hours editing, putting it all together. The idea of it, it's tough, and I don't know. That's the way you just need to look into it, like when you watch a movie or a video on YouTube. Like,
Yes.
just remember that, like it's just not all easy. But,
yeah. Yep.
I don't know. That's like when those dislikes come in. I'm like, do you know how hard I worked on that?
Dude, you totally nailed exactly why I wanted you here, because I wanted to hear, just what it is that you put into this stupidity that you lay a camera on an aisle and hide behind a thing. Like, people aren't doing that. Like, you're talking in your room on a bed, like, and you're releasing a 4-minute video. Meanwhile, this guy's literally busting his tail, making incredible content, and you call yourself a YouTuber. Like, it's not fair. And I just wanted to if I can get one extra pair of eyes on you, I will have considered it a success, because
I appreciate
you really know.
No, I really, like, ever since I talked to you, you've always been really supportive. And
Oh God, no!
nice.
I see it, dude. I literally see it. Like, if you ask me, I can see your future where you have 1 million subs, and oh my God, yeah. Like, nobody's coming close to what you're doing, man.
Yeah.
And like, you have new lights. I'm excited. I'm excited for what you're going to be putting out. Like,
oh no,
like you can tell that you're strapped for cash with some of these things. Some things are a little pixelated, some things are whatever. But oh my God, if you had the right tools, like,
yeah.
the
And
sky.
that's why I want to get to that point. That I always try and improve. I'm not, but I need to learn. All the, maybe even like the simple tasks. Like I could just done this, or to the done something this to my camera, have this setting. It's little things like that. I'm still learning on. Even with my editing process, there's always another little thing that I can easily learn. To improve. What I got. But that's the thing is, like, I just don't want to throw something out there. I always try to put it all.
Yes.
But,
and to wrap this up, just please go. I'll have his stuff down. Watch. If you laugh, click the like, subscribe. Tell your friends, please, because this young man is so underutilized, and he's working 5 times harder than anybody worth 5 times as much as him.
And I cry a lot. My videos.
And he wants this.
Yes. Give me that, you prick. I think I'm gonna make a montage of like how many times I cry in my videos. I swear, it always comes out somewhere, but it's great. I enjoy it. It's fun. But thank you, and once again, thank you, CP, for having me on here. It's great. This was fun. Just just letting everything out, being exposed to the world. But no, and all the viewers listening right now, commenting, Tyrell, Tim, and everyone else that I haven't named. Sorry, but thank you for watching and listening to all my words and everything. I appreciate it. So thank you so much.
Thank you, David Durant. Durant Cinema is the channel.
Like I said, I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for this community. No, I'm being serious, because like if I just threw out videos and no one was responding or looking at them, then I wouldn't be doing them. So just feel, what's the point? But the people out there, that appreciate it, I thank you, because that allows me to keep going, keep doing this, and keep growing and producing more. All these videos. So I thank you guys for this.
And keep supporting him, God damn it. Support.
It's great, I love doing it. It's fun. It's like part of my life now, and it will be. Here I go again.
Yeah, so I'm waiting for the tears, David. You're almost there.
I can actually. It's funny because someone a while back, I used to always fake cry to the point where I almost felt like I could allow a couple of drops. It's so funny. Even like people at the gym, like, oh my god, you're a character. You're so like I'm out there randomly, you know. But yeah.
Yeah. So another David Durant will I'm guaranteeing it will be up for awards for the Blue Tube Awards, which you know, acknowledges people in the Blue Tube community.
Go vote.
Yeah, go vote for David Durant. If there's effort categories, just give him the award. Just please.
Just give me the award.
Dr. Movie 91 is where you could get more information. Please.
Yes, go vote. Sad. Doesn't have to be me, but
no, it does.
It does.
But for David, thank you so much.
Yes,
for
no problem.
I like it. So just thanks for being here again, David Durant. Durant Cinema. Go. It'll be down here. Have a day, guys.
All right. Have a good